Earlier, we're having a storm. So, this part of Louisiana, we get storms all the time. So I had a little bit of difficulty. So let's go ahead and get into our discussion. I'm just going to wait a few seconds, see if anyone will come on in. So this is my long awaiting course I've been working on. And I am so excited to have that ready for parents as well as educators, because I know from my own experience that when I left college and, I started working as a special education teacher, I had like a few people who kind of, helped me a little bit as far as knowing the ins and outs of being a special education teacher. And this course is not necessarily just for special education teacher. If you are in the classroom, it is very important for you to know this information. It's very important. So as a teacher in the classroom, this is for you. Okay, so I'm going to kind of touch on a little bit. And like I said, when we went as teachers, we don't know everything. And so, getting that information across, is very important. So welcome, Adrelu. Thank you for joining us. If anyone, you coming in, just go ahead, come in. I'll get with you at the end. If you have any questions, just go ahead and put them in the chat box. Or if you want to go ahead and send me a message privately, that's fine. If you have questions, go ahead and ask them. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and, like I mentioned, I'm going to share the information about this course. Okay, I'm going to try to go ahead and share my screen. Let's see, can I share it? If I can, I'll just go ahead and kind of tell you what this course entails. Okay. So this course pretty much is everything you need to know about the IEP process. It is very simple. It's taking all the complications out of the IEP process and making it simple for educators as well as parents. So the first part of the course is actually like an overview of the course. It includes what the course is all about, the agenda, an introduction to what it is, what's an educational individualized education plan, the importance of having confidentiality, because that is very important. That is one of the most important things in the process of in the education process when you have an individualized education plan. All right, and then the second part, it has 6 modules, and these modules, they're not very long. So that was the first module, the introduction. Then module 2 is the referral and evaluation process. So it takes you into videos. It gives you different information, like different slides, simplifying the information. What do you do in the referral process? What do you do in the evaluation process? The eligibility of the student. Different types of IEPs that you might come across as a parent, as an educator. It also shows you how to develop an IEP. And with this course, I will also have some webinars, because I remember like with my first year, shout out to Brandy and a few people who helped me through the process of how to write an IEP. But you and I know that sometimes we don't have that help that we need to write IEPs. And so I'm going to actually be going through some webinars on how to actually write the IEP, go through the IEP process, be able to write the IEP, what are the different parts that are included in that. So that's module 3. It also includes who are the team members in an IEP, their roles, as well as the role of the educator in the IEP process. What is it that the educator does in the IEP process to make it easier for themselves, as well as easier for the parent and the child that is being getting this service. Also, there are videos, because a lot of times we have the writing, we have books. There are lots of books that discuss the IEP process, but this course actually includes visuals of what the meeting actually looks like. So there are videos that are included that gives you an idea of the meetings, what is included in the meeting, what the meeting looks like. Okay, the module 4 includes the parents. Parents oftentimes don't know how important their role is as a team member in the IEP process. And so this is actually going to show the parent their important role. What do they do before, during, and after the IEP? There are videos that are there that are going to show what is the parent's role during the meeting. And then it also goes into an amendment of an IEP. What is done when an IEP is being amended, as well as the reevaluation when a student is being reevaluated for services. Included in module 4 also is, will the parent need an interpreter? If it's not an English speaking parent, will they need an interpreter? How do they get an interpreter? And what about if the parent disagrees with the IEP? What happens then? That is also included in this course. Related services that the student might also receive is included. And this course is designed to help you as an educator, help you as a parent, to help the student as they progress through promotion from one grade to the next, as well as graduation. So the April Dunn Act, which is an act that was put in place for students for promotion as well as graduation, that is also discussed in this, as well as the role of support staff members. And then at the end of module 5, there's a glossary as well as acronyms. A lot of times parents, even educators, sometimes they hear certain acronyms or they hear certain hear certain terms in the IEP process, and they're like, what is that? So this is designed to help you with those terms or those acronyms that you might hear. And then module 6 is frequently asked questions that are frequently asked by the educator as well as the parent in the IEP process. And then there is a survey at the end as well as a certificate. So for educators or someone who might have a private education business or a private school, there are certificates that are available at the end of the course. So if you want to use it for your continuing education units, that can be done as well. So this is just a little, snippet of what this course is about. I would advise any educator, any parent. Most times educators have a lot of information that they need. Sometimes they do, but sometimes they don't. And it depends on the state that you're in. So this is designed to help each educator to get the information they need, and to also help the parent to have the same information that the educator also have. So if you have any questions, like I said, Adrilli, do you have any questions? Do you have any questions, you can put it in the chat box. If you don't have any questions, thank you so much for joining me. And remember, I'm going to have live chats every Wednesday. It's going to be every Wednesday, 3:30 p.m. Eastern time, as well as 4:30 p.m. Central time. So join me as I discuss different aspects of the IEP process, as I discuss social emotional learning, because when you're dealing with students, exceptional or diverse learners, you also have to include social emotional learning. So join me as I discuss those topics. So thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.